Look, I was gonna go easy on this beat, but Nitro's gone, feel the heat. Summoning spirits, the rap god descends. Nitro's legend never ends. Feel the fury, the fire, the flame. Nitro is dead, but we scream his name. Summa lumma, dooma lumma. You assuming I'm human. What I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm superhuman. Nitro was the blueprint, spinning blueprints, building empires from ruins. Now he's buried in the booth, ghost producing, still influencing. Never in it, we're ringing, never get it, driven into a state of elation. Nectar's narration was a declaration of domination, no hesitation. From the basement to the basement of Hades, he was shading the shady lady, screaming his name, but now it's pain, cause the game's gone crazy. He was rapping at a pace that'll make your face melt. Lace felt, grace dealt like cards in a high stakes belt, no safety belt. Nitro drop bombs like atomic, panoramic, volcanic, panic in the streets when his beats hit cataclysmic, titanic. But envy crept in, serpent slithered, triggers pulled, blood spattered. Nitro shattered, matter scattered, but his chat is still matter. Legendary status, apparatus of the masses, glasses raised to the past. Bad as a flash crash, now he's ass, but his dash was a mask. Nitro is dead. Nitro is dead. But the rap god rises from the ashes, paint the skies red. Nitro is dead. Nitro is dead. But the rap god rises from the ashes, paint the skies red. I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. Rap god. All my people from the front to the back nod. Back nod. Nitro was the original criminal. Syllable, minimal, subliminal, criminal, invisible, indivisible. He flipped the script quicker than a gymnast. Sinious menace to the industry. Synergy of energy, no synergy with enemies. From Detroit to the void, he deployed rhymes like asteroid. Destroyed voids, employed poise, annoyed toys in the game. Lame brains couldn't contain the flame shame. I just flame, I was brain remains. Chains broken, veins open, pain spoken. Multi-syllabic assassin, passing the passion, fashion, and classics. Elastic linguistics, twisting statistics, mystic and drastic. Nitro's flow was a tornado. M5 alive in the hive. Dive into the vibe, try revive the drop, survive the job. A fate's a blade, sharp and serrated, perforate, even it fade away. But hey, legends don't decay, they upgrade. Why be a king when you can be a god? Nitro crossed the odds, applause from the squads. Now the facade's gone, dawn of a new eon. His echelons, eternal, infernal, internal journal, screaming from the beyond. Bond, unbroken token of the chosen, explosion of emotion, ocean of devotion, motion in slow. Monster, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window. Nitro's window to the soul was a black hole, swallow him, stole, he's whole. Control like a console, patrol the patrol, extol the extol. He'd roll with the punches, punches on punches, some punches, hunches, crunches, numbers, under thunders, wonders, other wonders from under Dr. Thunder. God plundered the plunderers under the asunder blunder. Nah, he was wonder, summoned to the control. Now the hunters hunted, stunted, fronted like he wanted, haunted, taunted, but it's born and cooling, turned on an avathanacy, prophecy of the prodigy, anomaly in the economy, autonomy in the monotony, harmony in the cacophony. Nitro's dead, but bread allegiance, breathe them the region, allegiance from the beacons, taking the beacon, speaking the speech and teaching the teaching. Immortal, portal, coral, moral, floral, flora, flora, coral to the coral, laurel on the sorrow. Nitro forevermore. Yeah, Nitro is dead, but the rap god lives. In every syllable, every thrill, every chill he gives. Rest in power, hour after hour, tower of the sour. The legend's just begun, son. Run the cipher. Feel the fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Kentucky Gamer on YouTube. Unfortunately, we got a lot of things to talk about. We got to talk about these people that make fake accounts, and I know who they are. You don't understand that when you make fake accounts and go into a channel, you're not only exposing yourself as the toxic individuals, but you're making yourself look bad in the long run. Because here's the thing that I'm going to say. When you sign up for a YouTube account, okay, and this is me being straight up real. When you sign up for a YouTube account, you sign up for two things. One, you sign that up agreeing not to bully and cyberbully and harass. That is a guideline. So in other words, if you create these channels and do this childish thing, you could get your channel potentially shut down for that. I hope you know that. And then what? What happens when your channel gets shut down? What happens when YouTube takes legal action against you? See, you people got to think. You guys don't really think of the narrative what's about to happen. You guys just automatically do. Here's the thing that I'm going to say here on my podcast. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. And I'm pretty much going to go out with the narrative here. For people who talks about my dad, especially on a live stream, you know, I've talked with the lawyers. And what my lawyer said, that I can sue you for mental anguish. I can bring legal action for what you did and said words about my dad. Legal action, think about that. That means you can't get out of your shit. You're in court now. I mean, do you want to keep it up where, you know, I have it to where you're behind bars? Or you're paying me money because the stuff you said about my dad, which is a military veteran, U.S. Marine Corps, that's disrespectful, first of all. Here's the thing that I'm going to say here on this podcast. If you can't respect the people that's been in the military and fought for the rights for you to do what you do, you don't need to be in COD. You don't need to be in YouTube, period. Because these veterans put their life on the line so we could do what we do on a daily basis, whether it's video gaming, where it's, you know, being a professional wrestler, where it's, you know, doing hobbies that you love, whatever the case may be. These veterans put their life on the line so you can walk free. They sacrificed, hell, they sacrificed a whole lot that, you know, some of them don't even have arms and legs. So I'm just going to say this real loud and proud here. For the people that talked about my dad, shame on you. Shame on you for talking about my father and saying that, you know, your deadbeat military dad. You know who you are. Shame on you, because that showed that you didn't give a crap about the military. That showed that you didn't give a crap about the Marine Corps. That showed me that you didn't give a crap about anything. That showed me that how toxic you really are. And I'm going to come on here and I'm going to stand up for what's right. I'm not going to be afraid. That is cyberbullying in the way. That is harassment. That is bullying. You know who you are. You can't run from what you've done. You can't run away and expect the truth not to find you out. Because when that truth comes, when that Cinderella story's over and that clock hits 12 a.m. midnight, you can't put on your little glass-free slippers and think you're going to get a fairy tale ending, because that fairy tale ending is going to be realized that you talked about a Marine Corps veteran. And you're going to pay the repercussions for those words by your actions. And I'm going to say this real loud and proud here. You think for a minute that I don't have family right now in Tennessee. You better think again. You better think of your next words. I got family in Tennessee. I just have to text one call away, or call right now, one call away. Do you really want to make it worse? Do you really want to make it to where you're in a fight after the words you said? Or do you really want to come on here and apologize and talk it out like silver adults? Your opportunity is tomorrow, Sunday, 6 p.m. Once that's done and it's over with, said and done, you can't take back everything you said. Here's the thing that I'm going to say that's going to be really hurtful in a way. And I'm going to bring DJ in so DJ can say some stuff about this, because I got a lot on my mind after hearing. So let me load DJ up here. Now, you want to make things right. You want to make things right where it's no drama, where it was simple. Nixon told you how to get the job done. But did you listen to Nixon Wolf? I mean, let's be honest. Did you listen to Nixon? No, you didn't. Let's rerun this train a little bit back here so everybody can understand here. You didn't listen to Nixon because you wanted to be a part of the problem. You all said that you was my friends, right? But where did that actually come to when it was push and shove? Because the way I see it is a true friend wouldn't talk about somebody's dead military father and make a shot that you guys made. That's not a friend. That's what I call a lowlife behind a keyboard that has nothing to do because she can't even keep a day job, let alone can't even get a job herself. And that's shots fired. I mean, you know, I truly believe DJ said this in his own words. Be careful what you say to this kid because you're going to poke a bear and you ain't going to like the outcome. We told you exactly what would happen. And I'm going to invite DJ in, but we told you exactly what would happen. But
the crazy thing about this is this. They didn't learn their lesson. You kept running your mouth. You kept harassing other channels that we were a part of and wonder why our group of individuals just so happens to be a united front while y'all sitting up there fumbling around wondering why you don't get views. Because you keep playing these childish fucking games.
Exactly.
If you stop playing childish games and start bringing in people that would value your company more, maybe you would get the viewership.
I mean, here's the thing. You know, I'm going to keep it 100 here, DJ. If they got rid of one problem Nixon told them to get rid of, we wouldn't be in this scenario. But no,
exactly.
What did they do? Let's rerun this back here. Let's play old school films of rewinding that film back to the beginning.
Or as I would like to call it, let's do devil's advocate one time down.
Pretty much let's use our time wizard and what Ryan says and just reverse time here. It's kind of funny how you make these fake accounts saying I'm not going to stop you. You see, I don't really care.
And then here's what the funny thing about this, that's the kicker part.
Let me finish, DJ, because I got a lot on my plate now. You say and quote on that little YouTube channel that said Hellraiser ONW that you said that I wasn't going to stop you. I'm not going to stop you. You got to worry about somebody that's bigger than me. You got to worry about somebody that's the creator. He's the one that's going to stop you, not me. And that's where it makes the game a whole lot deadlier because, as in CM Punk's words, your guys' arms are too short to box with God. So, I mean, by all means, go ahead and piss off the creator because I can guarantee you won't like the outcome.
And everything is going to bite you in the ass tenfold because at the end of the day, we don't got to say names. We know who the fuck is doing this shit. And at the end of the day, y'all want to pop in with that account in Ricky's chat? Don't think I didn't see the screenshots, damn it. That spells y'all all day, and y'all know y'all are doing the underhanded shit, but y'all don't want to stop.
And here's the thing, DJ. I don't know if you know this about YouTube, but when you are in this YouTube, when you make your channel, you agree to the YouTube terms and conditions, which means one of those conditions is bullying, and I believe cyberbullying are against YouTube rules and contracts. So you guys broke that term on when you made that channel.
And not to mention, that channel has bought view subscribers, which also is a big offense as well, too.
Not only that, but what the point I was getting at is when you signed that agreement, you agreed to the terms. So in other words, that was like putting a contract in front out of you and saying, here you go, sign this little thing, but you wasn't really signing. You was pretty much clicking that agree button. But also, when you agree to something like that, you take an oath. I don't think some of you guys know what an oath is. When you agree to something like that, you hold on to what you agreed to.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can't agree to that because, you know, I've talked with Kevin Impact, and he's going to be on 6 p.m. tomorrow, but I'm going to get this out as it needs to be because my mind is flooding with everything that's needs to come out. It's kind of funny how you try to blame us for the situation when we trying to be the Ghostbusters. We're trying to bust you guys in the act, and we are succeeding, and you guys are getting mad making these fake accounts. And
every little step we take, y'all are taking 3-4 steps more to basically show your worth, show your stupidity, and every channel we see come popping in, we know it's y'all off back.
You know, I believe that, as the old saying goes, you play stupid games and you win stupid prizes. I believe that's an old saying that was, you know, said back then. You guys ain't going to win anything. You're just showing your true colors. You're just showing how dumb you really are. And eventually, you're going to lose a lot of members because of the dumb, stupid acts that you've been doing lately. I mean, it's God's honest truth. I mean, I'm not trying to come on here and bash nobody. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just speaking facts. You know, I'm sick and tired of people that is not really standing up for Call. They more like killing it. They pretty
and
much
we all know the major suspects that's killing Call are the ones that's doing the toxic, underhanded shit.
You see here, let me go back with Ray here. He actually had a good point here. I want to share this out. He stepped out of the stuff with ONW. Ray actually done a good thing by stepping out because he saw the bullshit just like everybody else did, just like me, just like Nixon, just like DJ, just like KD, just like Ryan. We all saw the bullshit that was ahead. Yeah, there is. Okay, first of all, there is a way. You can go on their channels and click the 3 dots, and it should say block on there. Easy. It will say hide user on channel, but it's easy said and done, Ray. You'll get it. But going back to the whole narrative of this story is it's kind of ironic that when we bring back the Moment of Truth podcast and we expose the true narratives and we show the true instincts and we
who pops up in the chat first?
Yeah,
I believe you got the screenshot to prove to the world that who popped in the chat first.
We already know who popped up in the screen in the chat. Because
and we don't have to say her name.
Because here's the thing. I'm not going to say no names because I keep it professional here. But at the same time, we're going to talk about the true narrative behind that. The reason why that she got mad is because she knew that the truth was getting out and she wanted it shut down. Let that be known to everybody in the eFed world right now. They don't want you to know the truth. They want to hide the truth. They want to hide the narrative. They want to lie on that narrative just to make sure that they don't get found out because they want everything shut down on a silver platter. That's them. That's the truth. That's the truth. They don't want to, they want to brainwash you and make you believe that they are on your side. But as soon as you actually find the light and see the brainwashing negativity bullshit that comes out of their mouths, then you become the problem because you're the one standing up and being the light of Call and basically calling them out. And then what happens? They come on your friends' YouTube channels with their fake accounts because they ain't got no lives. They got to have power and they losing that power. And you know the reason why they losing that power? It's because of one simple thing. You could have been a positive company, but what did you choose to make it negative? You chose a one individual that I've warned you about, and you did not take it heed, or you did not listen. And there is the repercussions, or should I say, karma has a way of turning the table. You can't run, and you definitely can't hide.
Hey, everything is coming back to bite you in the ass tenfold, and you don't even see it coming. But I'll catch you in a minute, CJ. I gotta go get this charger from my phone before it dies.
All right. I'll talk to you later, DJ. But the sad part about this is this. You guys are invited to the moment of truth if you guys show up. But if you guys are getting on that mic and screaming, you ain't going to like the outcome. I'm sending that one first shot warning right now. Because my dead military dad was mentioned. And one wrong move tomorrow is going to be a war zone. It's going to be something you've never seen in me. It's going to see a fire that has been ignited in me over one little word. And I don't care who I have to hurt. Because once you mention my dead dad, you guys probably have your dad around. But as soon as my dead dad was mentioned, it became a war zone. So for that, I'll save that for Sunday. You guys are invited to come in the live stream. That means in the podcast, 6 p.m., Moment of Truth. Let's see if you can make it Moment of Peace. Because I guarantee you one wrong word that you say to me, you are going to regret everything that you've done, because you're going to, this is not going to be CJ Mondo talking. This is going to be Cody behind that call talking, which means there's not going to be no CJ Mondo. There's not going to be no character behind the involvement. It's just going to be man screaming at you, shutting you down, and pretty much standing for what I lost was my dad. So like I said, you guys are invited tomorrow, 6 p.m., Moment of Truth. We will see you guys on the next one.